Hello everybody, welcome back to some more Planet Coaster Alpha 3, working on the western area today. Very excited, very looking forward to that. Anyway, if you are too, leave a like, leave a comment, leave something letting me know. We're just doing a quick overview, which I actually was doing in slow motion to make sure it looked okay in the speeded up version, but give you a little overview of all three sections that we have completed so far as we move on to the fourth. Placing down our little time portal just to get ourselves situated in the Old West. I'm actually pretty proud of the music choice for this one. I was trying to find something Old West themed or Frontier themed, and I think this one came out okay. It's got a little guitar, some French horns, things like that. More royalty free stuff. It's kind of hard to find music for videos like this when you have to make them royalty free. But to start off, I wanted the entrance area to look very just rustic, sort of under construction, not some sort of large structure, but maybe just something just thrown together. We're going to be building with predominantly wood, as that seems to be the common theme when I look at all these sort of Old West buildings. But yeah, I think it comes out looking pretty cool. We just start right here, and I do have a name for this one. Someone actually suggested it in the previous video, and I actually really liked it, because normally I haven't been too keen on a lot of suggestions people coming up with, but this one was actually pretty clever. I liked it. It kind of breaks our alliteration theme a bit, but I rather enjoy it. It is Sarsaparilla Hills. It's still kind of alliteration, because it's just the middle of the words that is doing that rather than the beginning of the words like we have in with Medieval Midway and Prehistoric Peak. But Sarsaparilla Hills, I thought sounded pretty cool, so that's the name of this place. We're going to put a big S and an H on the entrance area. And to kind of mix things up to the opposite of what we've been doing, we're going to start off by building our coaster in the Sarsaparilla Hills, which is something we haven't really done. Like normally we build the coaster last or something, but I wanted it right in the beginning and have a sort of like hilly canyon area for the coaster to kind of flow through. So that's what I was just terraforming back there, and we're going to be using the inverted boa coaster, I think it is. I think that's what its name is. And we kind of started off at a bit of a weird angle with the first lift hill and then some push tires, and then the second lift hill and a big old drop. I'm really liking this coaster. I think it came out pretty cool. I was able to conform it to the landscape pretty well, and once everything's all dressed up with all the plants and stuff, it comes out looking pretty cool. I'm really glad they added cactus. So we have both saguaro and prickly pear cacti, sorry, whatever you want to call it, all throughout the area. So I'm really glad that they added that. And then down here was someone suggested this in some video. I just remember seeing it and thinking, oh, that'd be cool. They said for the western area we should try and put like an underground mine or something, which is what we end up doing down here. It's a little tricky because it's really dark down here, and so I try to there's not a brightness slider in this game. We do have gamma, so if I raise the gamma, I should make it brighter, but I just put a bunch of spotlights down here just for now. I'm actually going to remove the spotlights. Those are just so I can build and see what I'm doing as I'm building. But basically what I wanted to do is a large cavern with some stuff on the bottom, and then some like wooden railings on the sides to kind of be like where people would walk around. Not railings, wooden platforms. And so for some reason, these stupid things don't stand up. So I'd have to manually adjust every single one. So instead what I did is I went and saved it as a blueprint. So that way it would just stand up. It's very annoying. Even when you do like, there's a little box that you can tick that aligns on building surfaces, but it doesn't do it to the ground, or it does, it just doesn't work very well. So that's okay. We ended up just making a blueprint out of it, and it works just fine. So we just have those as like the main supports holding up this wooden platform, as you can imagine people would like walk around on and stuff. It ends up looking pretty cool. It's a little dark in there, and the coaster does fly through because it has a lot of speed at this point. So I may add some more stuff in there and make it a little bit longer just so you can actually fully appreciate it as you go through, because you're literally in there for like a second. It flies by pretty fast. And then we're just dressing up the area, mixing it up using these sort of platforms on the other side. Just trying to get it to look good. Once again, getting our little blueprint there. And just trying to make it a little more realistic. For some reason, this part was reminding me of like Temple of Doom, the Indiana Jones movie. I don't know why. Maybe it's like the torches or something. They seem very rustic. Well, not rustic. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. Like jungly, I guess? I'm not sure. But anyway, what we're doing, oh yeah, we're playing a video game. Okay, just adding some more props all throughout, some of these cranes and rope lifts and stuff. And I realized, wait, why don't I just punch a hole in the roof? Oh, it's much brighter in here now. That makes it a heck of a lot easier. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. And then just adding some like wooden boardwalks, just some random stuff that I thought might look cool in there, and like draw the eye as you fly through there on your coaster, because it is inverted coaster, so the rails above you so you can fully see everything underneath you. And I kind of want it to feel like a very big drop. You know, it's kind of annoying how it changes the terrain color every single time you edit the terrain, but that's okay. We just repainted sand. I have to do that quite a few times. And then just adding some more stuff down here. I think I should repaint down here as well. We're deleting the spotlights just to see what it looked like, and bringing the coaster right down above it. Yeah, you can see with that huge hill, it goes pretty fast. And then over here we have a half loop inversion. And then I was trying to find a way to fix the inversion, because everything I was doing like a full 360-degree inversion, but then it was just remaining upside down. So I had to find like a half loop, and I eventually found it. It was just a little tricky to find it. Testing the coaster, make sure I can get through everything all fine. No problems there. And then we have one more like a little overpass to cut through. And then I added the brakes that people have been wanting me to do, and I finally started doing it. And for some reason, look at this glitch that happens. It's really annoying. It does that whenever I smooth the track, it leaves the sort of the grid over where the coaster went underground. So it was a little weird, but oh well. And then we're just building the little path system over here to the entrance. I realized I should probably make it a little bit longer, since the coasters tend to be super popular and the queues get very, very long. Not that it's going to matter much in a second, because the game is about to crash when I test the coaster. Not entirely sure why it crashed, but well, so we go up here, we go down, and oh, wait, oh, the game crashed. Okay. Oh well, life goes on, right? Anyway, trying to figure out a good color for the coaster. I like the red initially, but I kind of like the yellow color we kind of went with here. So here we go, testing the coaster again. It almost crashed in the same section. Not sure what that was, but well, there'll be a longer point of view ride of the coaster at the end of the video. Did I forget to record that? I might have to go record that again, because I don't think I actually did. Oopsie daisy. We'll have to do that before I can render this, though. And then just smoothing out some of these jagged areas, then repainting with sand, and then some of that like rocky sand texture all throughout. Not too bad. And then we're starting to work on the actual coaster housing, and I wanted to make like I was just channeling, like, they're trying to think of like what Western buildings would look like, and this one I thought it was gonna be like a saloon, but then ended kind of looking like a town hall or something. So it's just supposed to be like a relatively generic, large Old West building. Again, not meant to be historically accurate or anything, so don't get your undies in a bunch if it doesn't look historically accurate. I'm just building how I feel like it. So doing our usual wooden posts, just kind of give it like a more verticality, make it look like it's actually a held together structure rather than just giant wood walls. And then we're gonna do a flat roof, but I was pretty proud of this section here in the front where you kind of have the raised section. This was, I've seen a lot of Old West buildings like this. I grew up in Arizona. Well, I lived all of my life in Arizona up until about a month ago, so I've definitely seen a lot of Western buildings and stuff. I've been to old West towns like Tombstone and Tubac, so I've seen quite a few of them. I mean, it's probably this blend of like Southwestern American and Hispanic architecture and stuff that I've been exposed to my entire life. So I'd like to think I know what it, or I know what like it should feel like a little bit. I'm not sure. But then we have that classic little wooden boardwalk front porch right there. Starting to add some more windows and doors. Very few. Not going to be super bright indoors, even though these windows don't actually work like that, but whatever. Came out looking okay. And then just adding some of these grid pieces. I really like these. These are some new ones they added in Alpha 3. They're just like nice wooden supports. You can see the confetti shooting out of the entryway to this ride, because I paused it right when I opened it or something, so it's boo! It's perpetually celebrating, or whatever. And then just doing some more dress setting all throughout. What are we doing now? Oh, yeah, we got some branches. So I was just playing around looking at some of the different props and stuff we have now. Nice little hay wagon. And we got some big old hay bales. Hay bales, that's the word I was trying to think of. It was actually pretty cool. And there's a little hay cart there, and some more little ones. These cool little potted plants. And then, what is that? I don't remember what that was. Was that the bell tower? Or was that the crane? It was one of those. For some reason, I was really having trouble clicking on these things. Like, when I was trying to copy and paste these, like, you can see me, like, freaking out. It doesn't look like it took that long, because, I mean, we're going out, like, 6 or 7 times speed now, but it was very frustrating. I don't know why. I think it's because I was inside of the building that it was freaking out a little bit, but that's okay. We ended up getting it to work, so all good in the hood. No big deal. And it's dressing up some more lanterns all throughout. Then we put the candelabras. Are those candelabras? If they're attached to a wall, are they just candlesticks? Because the candelabra to me is like a freestanding candle holder. I'm not sure. And then just adding some hills throughout there. And here I can play with my cactus. Yay! I have some saguaro and some prickly pear. That's all they have. They don't have any beryl. They don't have any choya. They don't have any arcatillo. They don't have any... Oh, I'm running out of cactuses. Come on, I know more than that. For God's sakes, I live in Arizona. I think that's all I know. I don't know. I'm gonna move on from that. My voice is all raspy this morning. If you can tell, I'm sorry. I'm not entirely sure why. I'm drinking a glass of apple juice right now to try and help that. I'm an adult, and I love apple juice. Okay. I really like those bushes and stuff too, so was trying to make them at like the bottom of the valleys and stuff, where like the dried up riverbeds, where those would be. Because I mean, it would make sense. I just love how, I love and hate how out of place the time portals look. They just look so weird. Those blue and green glowing cubes just right there. Came out pretty cool looking. I actually like them a lot. I did try what I did try what some people suggested, which was put smoke or steam shooting up through the time portal. I didn't really like how it came out. We're not gonna do it. It didn't look super great. It didn't like block the view for anything, so it's okay. But now I'm working on a burger stand right at the beginning, and actually this one came out pretty cool too. I liked it. So I was trying to mix up the style we used on the previous one, where we have the wooden sections kind of sticking up a little more, as well as some of the tiled roofs. And then just a nice little window cover there. And then we're going to start dressing up the wall a little bit more, make it look a little more structural. Again, just trying to channel what I've seen, or what I see in my mind's eye when I think of like Old West buildings, or that southwestern look mixed with the Hispanic style. And then just try to cover up those little gaps there, because there really isn't anything else that would fit there. And I'm like, okay, that looks pretty cool. I like those sort of horizontal wooden beams. Those are another new things, because previously for all that I'd have to use either like the railings or the driftwood pieces, and those are kind of rough looking. So I'm glad they added just some regular horizontal beams that we can throw in. And then just tossing in some barrels all over the place. Barrel garbage cans, barrel seats, and then just regular barrels and stuff, you know. Nothing wrong with that. And then just trying to dress up the area a little bit more, adding some of these carts. You got that little rope lift and some of these cargo areas. So came out looking pretty cool. I like it. And the lamps. I'm glad that we were building this area at sunset. I think that's pretty cool looking. And then I want a little like horse stable or something over here. We don't actually have horses yet, unfortunately. But I just wanted something to fill in the space, and I figured a little horse stable would be cool. This one pretty much, by my parents' house in Arizona, there was a horse stable that pretty much looked exactly like this, so I was just trying to rebuild that. There were never actually horses in there. I think it was just on someone's property, because we never saw horses. But oh well, it was pretty cool looking. And then just adding some random stuff. We have those little hand carts with a barrel, and then some of those little lamps all over the place. I did find a set of stocks. I hadn't realized they added those to the game, so I go and I add them to the medieval area at some point. Because stocks are very medieval to me. So I guess they could be Old West. I don't know. Are they? But there we go. I just tossed them right there by the whatchamacallit, by the castle. Looking alright, alright. And then add the ladder. Yeah, for right now I'm just doing some like random little finishing touches. In the next episode of this one, we're probably going to be doing at least one flat ride, maybe two, if I have some ideas for theming of them. And then, what else are we going to do? Probably some drinks, a drink stand. We're probably gonna do like a main street, kind of like we did for the medieval area, but with a drink stand and a restroom and maybe like an ATM or something. Because we don't actually have ATMs in the park. I keep forgetting to do that. Oh well. But there we go. Finish this sign for Sarsaparilla Hills, and then just copy and paste the whole thing over there. And then we're just gonna finish off adding some more stuff here, but that's gonna be it. I'm gonna have to go record the point of view of riding the coaster, but leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Want to see more Planet Coaster in the future? The coaster ride should be starting right now. Yep, there we go. Alright, I'll see you next time. Bye.